Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Oh, God, I didn't bring up the Skype thing. And now, okay, we got it. We're good. We're good. How's it going, guys? We can actually hear you now.
Welcome awesome.
Back. Hello.
Fantastic.
Hello.
Other than we're like unconscious right now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's why I didn't answer you.
So because teleportation requires the disassembly of all of your atoms and then the reassembly of your atoms according to the information that was stored, that's the end of our story. But there is another copy of Pocket and AAA and Amelia who are like running around, and Bleen and everything like that. So let's find out what's going on with them.
Oh.
They woke up with all of your memories on board. Well, rather, you find yourselves standing in a room around like a glowing central purple pillar that has like, you know, like nail polish when you look at it and there's like, it's sort of silvery, like it's sparkly nail polish and it's all like swirls of sparkles. If you can imagine like a huge cylindrical column like that, filled with that stuff sort of flowing in sort of swirling patterns and shapes. So that's in the center of this room, and there's like corrugated metal all around the outsides, and there's sort of like flower petals of metal on the walls that are sort of arcing up and out away from you. And above you, there's this crystal glass ceiling, and you can actually see a perfect tiny model of the planet spinning very, very, very slowly in the heavens above you.
Wait, so do we know what just happened? Do we know that we're copies of ourselves, or do we?
No, he was joking.
Okay, I was like, are you fucking with us?
No, he was.
All right.
It was a physics joke.
It
was a laws of physics joke.
Hey, I didn't know if there like the Daisuke, like a couple Daisukis in around, like.
Can I look at the bracelet and see if is it still flashing symbols?
Yes. It appears to still be flashing
And
symbols.
how big is this area that we're in?
It's like, 50 feet in radius. And the four of you are sort of spaced out around this thing, and you can see sort of, at the far end of the room, there's actually a circular irised hatch that's like inscribed with gold leaf, and it's all like in flower motif.
Looks like there's only one way out of this room.
Can we move forward and like walk?
Yeah, absolutely. So the air up here tastes kind of stale, like almost like the air in a cave, and it's very cool, and it's actually very dry. So you approach this irising door. Who's going first?
Can I scan the door?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you gonna just like stop back like 15 feet away and just scan it?
I think I have to be like within 10 feet.
There.
Okay, so you step up, within scanning range, and the door iris is open. Though you're able to scan as it's opening, and you can detect that everything here is an incredibly powerful Numenera device. In fact, you now know, as a result of your scan, that what is above you is not a simulacrum. It's not a model. You are literally in space above and looking down on the planet below you.
Okay. I reiterate this to everybody, primarily like speaking to Amelia, because his mind will be blown just as well as mine.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Hey, now I'm an explorer. This is pretty impressive to me as well. Thank you very much.
We have a nano bond, homie. That's why.
Whatever.
I still believe I'm like back on Earth, passed out or something. Just like,
You're just dreaming.
yeah, like I don't believe any of this to be real.
I look out the side, into the space just to the left of the planet, and I'm like, what is that? What is that? The Swan Song? What is? Oh my God! Yeah, we're saved.
You see an ancient derelict spacecraft.
And then you just see Wilbur like fucking hit the big red button. And everyone just blows up.
You hear a voice saying, "Hello, is anyone there? I'm so lonely. I've killed everyone."
Yeah, exactly.
Spoilers, Steve.
Spoilers.
So beyond, there's a darkened hallway. The lights are not yet on, and it's entirely enclosed. It's an enclosed cylindrical tube with a flat floor. Proceeding forwards to another iris door, looks faintly like it has a similar flower motif, except that this one has like, how like The first door was just closing into an iris where it just closed on a point, but this one is almost more like a daffodil where it's got like that big central sort of like pollen mound, and then the petals are all around it. So that's what this door looks like. What do you guys do?
I say we continue on. I say AAA, continue the scans. Let's go forward. Let's see what's inside.
Just keep moving and scanning and
Yeah,
trying to see.
awesome.
It's
You
different.
step forwards close enough, AAA leading the way. The center iris is open, and it reveals a glass a glass porthole through this door, though the door itself doesn't open. You notice as a part of your scan that there's actually a hidden panel on the right-hand side of the door, and as you walk, all of the lights on the hallway flicker on as you go, bathing the area in a warm golden light. Inside the room, there's sort of like a cool blue light inside the room. You actually see a body floating in this room beyond this door. And it's just like a small square room, probably like 15 feet by 15 feet. And there's blue lights on basically at every edge of the cube. There's a blue light in the center that's shining light into this room.
Into the room that the guy that's floating is in, right?
Yep, exactly.
Does it appear like there's anything weird like in the air where that guy is floating? Or that he's just floating on his own accord?
He's just floating on his own accord. It doesn't look like there's anything in the air.
Can I look at the panel?
Yeah, you sort of like, punch a couple ornate sections of the wall and the panel slides up. And it's all in an ancient alien language and you have no idea what it's saying, but it's flashing like red lettering in the center of this panel.
Do we recognize this guy?
I motion for Amelia to come look at the panel.
So while Amelia and AAA are looking at the panel, Pocket, you take a closer look through the porthole. You do recognize this man. He's an elderly man, dressed in the garb of an Aeon priest. It looks like it's Nicodemus.
Oh,
And we said he's floating there. Sorry,
Yeah.
like, is he floating like, he is a being, he's
No,
conscious away, or is he floating like on his back? Like,
He looks completely listless. He's sort of at an angle, and like his head is a little bit pointing down. His body is, completely at rest.
let's look at this panel.
Okay. What are you trying to do with this panel?
I don't
Yes.
know. AAA just told me to look at it.
probably try to open the glass door that is attached
Yeah,
to
we need Nicodemus. Get him. Get his ass.
Yeah. Well, if this whole place is a giant piece of Numenera, can I use my skill to at least try to figure out how this panel operates?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do that. Roll d20. Damn! God.
Awesome.
Need
Yeah,
some of these
absolutely.
fools.
You start fiddling with it. You actually manage to like bring up a couple of different options. You just start sort of playing with the touch screen of the panel in order to see how it reacts to you, and you start sort of getting a sense that the panel controls the door and it also controls the environment inside of the room beyond. Like you're able to turn these lights off and on, and you also think that you can affect the gravity inside this room and also the atmosphere.
Oh, crazy.
But I can't open the door.
Yeah, you can open the door.
Okay. So, I mean, if I can affect the gravity, Nicodemus is floating up there. Is there anything I can do on this panel to lower him?
Yeah, like you can just turn the gravity on. You could probably even like turn it on gently in order to like slowly lower him to the ground.
I mean, are we floating?
Yeah.
No. You are.
No, like that
You're
room
standing on the
is-
ground.
Yeah, that room is obviously like sealed off, and so there's like no gravity. in
Okay, so yeah, I'll lower Nicodemus.
Okay, so you turn on a very gentle gravity, and Nicodemus slowly floats to the ground, collapses, lying inert on the floor, and then you turn the gravity up to normal.
Is he wearing a purple bracelet?
No, he is not.
Is he dead? Is he alive? What do I, when I investigate his body?
We have to open it. We have to open
He's
the
not
door.
moving.
Oh.
You haven't opened the door.
Oh, well, let's open up the door then.
Okay. You punch in the command. Pocket, give me a speed defense roll.
Story of my life. I would like to use. You know what? Screw it. I don't.
I gave you the 1 XP, baby.
You know what? I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that.
So the iris snaps open after you make your way through a couple panels, and you hear this, and you hear like the sound of vents groaning in the room beyond, and all of the air in the section that you're in goes rushing into the room. Pocket gets sucked straight in.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
The rest of you are being battered by this wind. Can Bleen and AAA each make speed defense rolls as well?
Sure. The entire time, this is like every action they've done in communication, or every form of communication, I've just been like very passive aggressive, being like, "Yeah, come on, Dream Pocket, why don't you go fucking open that?" Or like, "Why don't you punch that shit in, Dream?" Fucking AAA. 14.
Okay, cool. So Bleen, you stand your ground. You're not too affected by this. AAA, you're having a hard time holding on to the edge here. You're like being sucked closer to this door. It seems like the vacuum in this room is intense. It's gonna like drain. It's gonna drain all of the atmosphere in the current section of the room.
Change the atmosphere, Amelia.
What are you thinking, Amelia? You're just like,
This thing is cool. Obviously, seeing, my dear Pocket get sucked through or have an effect on this vacuum, and seeing then AAA lose his footing, I do try to disengage what I've just activated.
So you're gonna shut the doors.
Oh God, but Pocket's out there. All right. Well, is there anything else I can do to stabilize the room?
Is there oxygen out there where I'm at?
I mean, you're inside this room. All of the air is rushing past you. It's a little hard to catch your breath, but there are obviously vents in this room that are vacuuming out all of the air in here. So the only reason there is oxygen is because it's being sucked from the rest of the
His Pocket, like,
construction.
when he got sucked into this room, was he slammed to the other side away from us, or?
He sort of like landed in the middle of the room sprawling as the air just like sucked him straight in.
So I can't like reach in to try to grab him or anything like that?
No, he's like he's an immediate distance away, but you would still have to walk in order to go get him.
Can I deactivate the vents that are sucking the air out?
Yeah, you're gonna have to like back out through a couple menus and then find your way through a couple other menus. So give me an intellect roll. Let's see if you can do that.
Okay, I'm gonna use. Let's see. Let me see what my intellect. Yeah, I'm gonna use effort here.
Okay.
Put me at 11. And let's roll. I've got XP to spend, and I'm gonna use it, bitches. There, yeah.
Okay, cool, awesome.
All right,
so
I'm down to 2. Oh no, that's right. I got an XP back. Yeah.
Like you punch a couple of options, and the vents close. The door opens. You actually reverse the flow of the vents, so it starts pumping atmosphere back into the section. All of you feel your lungs start working more easily, and somehow you punch an option that activates some kind of sensor on the surface of this panel, and it scans your eyes, and you can feel like a nano presence enter your mind. And it scans your brain for the language that you use, and it instantly translates the panel into your current common tongue.
That's baller.
So you can now see all of the options, gravity, atmosphere, door 1, door 2, sanitation, all of the controls for what apparently is sort of a clean room for accessing the interior of the station.
So now that I've deactivated the vents, like, what is the current, what's the behavior in that room?
The gravity's back on. The lights are still shining, so there's still this bright blue light that's, filling the room. But other than that, it seems like a completely normal room.
Pocket can grab Nicodemus now.
Yeah.
I grab him and, cursing my companions under my breath, yank him by his robes out, pull him, drag him out of the room into the room with us all.
Okay, so you're dragging him back out into the hallway.
I'm dragging it towards the hallway, but I asked them to come in the room with me. We might as well all just do it in here. Like, meet me halfway. I'm dragging a man, people.
Yeah. Okay, so do you guys go into the room?
I'll stay by the panel just in case.
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
whatever. Dream pocket, let's go. Come on. Do whatever you're going to do.
Okay, you drag Nicodemus over towards the door. AAA and Bleen meet you about halfway. Nicodemus is completely blue. He's not breathing.
Oh shit.
Do any of you know first aid? Little help? Anything?
I don't.
I guess. Is he alive still? Can I tell if he's still alive?
You can scan him.
Okay, I'll scan him.
He's dead.
Oh shit. You're like while Pocket is like screaming and freaking out, I'm like, I'm sorry, friend. I put my hand on his shoulder and I'm like, we can't save him.
Then what the hell was he here for? What was happening? Use that damn panel to figure out what was going on.
Is there an info section? You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
help about.
Is there like a how-to? Is there an index in here?
Yeah, you like go through the menus until you find one that's like, past commands. And you see like a user, Daisuke, logged in from the other panel on the other side, locked the doors, deactivated gravity, deactivated atmosphere, activated the sanitation protocol.
So he killed him. Basically.
And immediately before that, you saw a user identified as Nicodemus opening the door and entering the room.
So the room has some importance. Can I?
Yeah, whatever was in there.
Well, but they're. Why
There's
would
nothing but
Nicodemus
him
be
now.
going in there?
Can we see? Is there anything when we get into this room? Is there anything else that we can see? I'm like looking around. Is it just
It's-
like a plain room with the blue lights and that's it?
It just looks like an airlock, a clean room, sanitation room. There's just these blue lights that are shining, and then the walls are completely unadorned. It's just like a metal cube 15 feet to a side, basically.
And as I scan it, I see nothing going on.
You can tell that the lights themselves are powerful Numenera devices, ancient technology
Okay.
we can
And
no
then-
longer replicate.
Do we see anything on Nicodemus at all, or is he just wearing his robe and that's it?
He's just wearing his robe and that's it.
All right, I go back out to where Amelia is at.
Does the panel give me any information on what the lights are?
They appear to be connected to the sanitation protocols, some kind of like antibacterial UV light, for example.
So does the sanitation protocol kill people, or does it prepare them for something else?
I don't know.
So the
Bleen, I need a volunteer.
Okay, Dream, Amelia, what do you need?
We're going to try this new detoxifying Numenera cipher that we found.
Great, maybe this will wake me up.
While they're doing that, in the hallway that we were in before, are there any other corridors?
No.
This is
And
it.
while we're doing that, so AAA's totally fine with me just suggesting that Bleen goes in and I run the sanitation cycle. Okay. All right.
Can I question?
Yes.
My flex skills. I assume enough time has passed that I have new ones. Yes.
I think so.
Can I change one to? And we have Numenera, right? Can I try mechanisms as mine
Sure.
to figure out how this machine works?
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
obviously it does more than what we think it does, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so I'm curious what that is. Yeah, can I look into that? Can I roll something for that? I just want to figure out.
Yeah. Are you like which part of this room are you examining? Are you examining the
I like to
vents or the
The
lights, the panel,
lights,
the doors?
the
Okay.
lights. Yeah,
Yep.
I want to
Sure.
because they might be more than lights.
Okay. You go up. Give me an intellect roll. Since you've got your training in mechanisms, that helps you.
Nice.
Do you also have training in Numenera?
I do not. No.
Okay, yeah. But that's a really good roll. So you managed to like pry one of the lights off the wall and like look at sort of the connections inside and the circuitry behind it and stuff like that. So you can tell that these lights they draw a lot of power while they're on. So it's entirely possible that the station may have to shuffle power from another source in order to fuel the lights for a while. But other than that, you can't get more information about what they do. They're not hot to the touch.
So, can I ask the others? I mean, I tell them, like, this is what this does. But can I ask them, you know, Numenera-wise, what the hell's going on here?
I have no fucking clue. All I know is that these things disinfect, sanitize, and or kill.
Why? Why would this room exist? It doesn't make... This room makes no sense. What is the purpose of it? Why would Nicodemus run
This whole
to
place
here?
doesn't make sense. It's just one hallway with a room that connects to it. It's more. It feels like more like a cage, like something that you hide, like keep someone in, like a prisoner.
There is a door on the other side
Oh.
of this room.
Oh, that's
Did
why
I never say that?
No, you never said that.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
we just thought that
That's
this
why
was
I
like
asked. I said, "Is there anything?" And like, I'm like, "Are there?" And you're like, "There's nothing in this room." I'm like,
No, sorry. I thought you were asking about the hallway. There are no other corridors on the hallway.
I just walk over to the door. I'm just like, guys, there's
No,
another
I'm
door
scared.
right there, you idiots.
There's another door directly opposite the first
What are you
door. It's the
doing?
same
Just
exact
open
kind of
this
door.
door.
It's closed. It's got
Okay.
that metal iris
then if I
in
was
the middle.
scanning that room, I would have. Yeah, let's go to the door.
Yeah, I
Okay.
actually say that. I just like, I don't know. I just take the tentacle and hit wherever it looks like would open the door.
Okay. So the door on the other side doesn't open.
I just like try multiple spots, just like squishing the tentacle against the wall.
I don't think it'll open until we run the sanitization cycle.
Yeah, so this is where we go in. They sanitize us, then you're able to go in to the next area. Is there a panel on the other side in the other room next to the other door?
Not on the inside of the room.
But he was dead, though. Was he... Is there signs on his body of how he was killed?
He's completely blue.
So asphyxiated or bluified. Look, I don't know. It's the future. There could be a blue gun. Okay, so perhaps what happened was that he went to sanitize himself to go through, and then this other dude came along and cut off the oxygen while he was
Right.
inside and killed him. So Amelia, what you should do is the three of us will stay inside and sanitize, and you can monitor to make sure that's how it works, and then it'll open, and you stay here at the console and you monitor us, and we'll go through the door if that's how it works.
Well, you can sanitize me from the other side.
If it's possible.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if it's possible.
I think that's our plan.
Okay.
Okay.
That's our plan.
Cool. So you three go in,
Yes.
and
I think
what
we're
do you
already
do,
inside
Amelia?
anyway, so.
Yeah.
God, I want to use Omen so bad. Wrong game. Yeah, do I need to roll anything?
No.
Okay.
I mean, are you just gonna like shut the door, run the sanitation? see
Yeah,
what
but
happens?
when I shut the door, there's this touching moment where Pocket puts his good hand up against the glass.
Yeah.
Don't want to close my eyes.
And I put my hand up against the
The
glass.
tentacle
And
just
then I
like
hit the
comes
button.
by. I just like look into you guys.
And then
lovingly.
a robot hand.
Yeah, the robot hands go together.
Yeah. Yeah. Touching,
Touching moment. And then
Yep.
I slap it.
Okay, the lights flare brighter than usual, and you all sort of have to squint or cover your eyes or whatever. It feels like a slight tingling warm heat on your skin, but other than that, nothing strange happens. After about 5 seconds of that, the lights dim back to like a normal level, and the door on the far side, Iris is open.
Let's go
So-
through it.
Yeah, let's go through the other door.
Okay, you guys head out the other side. On the other side of the door, like on the wall behind you, there's another panel that you can see. The hallway proceeds for about like 8 feet, and then it arcs to the right and to the left. And there's a screen in the middle of the hallway on the far side. And now that you're through the airlock, the sanitation room, the hallways, they're only like 3/4 metal. And then there's a strip on the ceiling that is like a crystal glass ceiling. And there is, a starscape and the planet above you. On the far wall, where the hallway splits left and right, there is a panel. And currently it's reading bodies, and it has an arrow pointing to the left.
I guess.
Okay. And the door that we just walked through closed?
Yeah, it closed after you.
I go to the panel and I open it up and I try to set it up for...
Yep, cool. It's simple now that it's in your native tongue. You just push a couple options, open the other door, let him in, sanitize it, and then as soon as the sanitization is done, the door on this side, Iris, is open, and Amelia is able to join you.
Okay, I'm going to go up to the panel that's in the room that you're talking about and look at it. And it just says bodies and pointing left.
Yeah, so you go down a hallway, and then the hallway comes to a T intersection, and across the hallway from where you're standing is the panel. It's pointed to the left, and it says bodies. And it's sort of a curving, arcing hallway that arcs off to the left, and it arcs off to the right.
If this was a normal video game, guys, I would assume that bodies is the way we need to go, and my brain would say, "Well, go check right first." So
Of course.
yeah, I feel like.
But I feel like the fact that it says bodies, we probably should go there first because whatever it is, that's a big reveal. So bodies, definitely.
Okay.
Can we interact with this panel at all, or that's it?
It does not appear to be interactive, but you could scan it or try to Numenera it or anything like that.
Sure, I'll scan it first.
Okay, you scan it, and you do discover that it is actually an interactive Numenera device, but it doesn't respond to any sort of immediate manipulation as far as like tapping it or pushing it or anything like that.
Is there like a panel that's not lit up with display that would potentially like point the other way, or it's just like that single panel? Okay.
Does it look like this panel is linked to another panel, kind of like how the doors were linked to the hidden panel that was in the side of the wall?
You'd have to do a deeper investigation. Like from your scan, you can just tell that it's connected to some sort of centralized, neural network.
What if we split up? What if
Oh God.
we go one direction, like two of us go one direction, two go the other. That way we can at least figure it out, and then we'll meet back up in the middle. Just go quick look and then come back.
I just wanted to interact with the panel first.
Do you want to give me an intellect roll?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the.
Okay. So, you examine it, you start sort of like prizing the back of it, and you find a flattened segment of the border of the panel that actually lifts up, and there's a couple of buttons, and you push one of them, and the panel plays like an animation, like it's flipping over, but obviously it's not. And then it says mines, and it's pointing to the right.
Oh.
Interesting.
Bodies.
Weird.
Yeah, we should definitely go check out bodies.
All right. It doesn't seem like we can do anything else with the panels other than it's popping up with these things.
No, it doesn't seem like there's any other interactions. Like one of the buttons makes the panel brighter, one of them makes it dimmer, one of them makes it more red.
All right. I guess you guys want to check out the bodies part?
Maybe mines. Let's go mines first. Screw it. Let's go mines
I've
first.
been thinking about it while you guys have been toying with the panel.
Yeah, let's go mines. Let's see what's down that path, because obviously this is the secret path, right? Wheat was right.
Yeah.
We should go down mines first.
Because it didn't show up at first.
There might be a collectible item that we can only get at this point.
You
in the
never know. It
stage.
could be a Phoenix down. We might need
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you head down this arcing corridor. Your footsteps are echoing through the halls of the chamber. You come to where the corridor ends flush against another wall, where there's another iris door that does not have the center bit. It's just a straight iris and a flower motif. What do you guys do?
Go through. Open
through.
that baby up. Go through.
Right, you approach the door. It irises open, and in front of you, you see a large chamber, like at least 100 feet across. And in the center of it, there's this massive Numenera device, tons of cables. There's a hovering sphere of electronic energy, much like you saw in the Mentats chamber. You see like a series of those sort of flat paneled ether lattice manipulators all around the bottom of this thing. And it is actually sort of, you are at the middle height of this construction on a catwalk that rings the entire outside edge of this thing. And there's a couple of like crates and boxes spaced out along the catwalks all around the edge of this. And you hear someone say from the other side of the room, "You're getting far, far too close to the truth. I can't have that, Pocket."
I'm immediately looking for those panels. What were those panels called?
The ether lattice manipulators?
Yeah, ether lattice manipulators.
The closest ones are like 20 feet down off the scaffold down at the bottom of this room. So you're sort of like halfway up, and the room's ceiling is like 20 feet up, and the floor is like 20 feet down, and you're on the scaffold.
So instead of shooting at him, I simply shout like, "What are you talking about?"
And he says, "But that's all right, Pocket. It's too late." And he takes like a device that he's holding in his hand. And by the way, this Daisuke is like beefy. He's like beefcake Daisuke.
Oh, of course.
Stage 2 Daisuke.
And like, what does he have on him? Let me see.
Wings. One wing.
And he has like Super Saiyan hair.
One wing and a giant sword.
There's like some pebbles and stuff like floating up and then falling down next to
Yeah.
Strapped across his back, he's got a Cloud Strife Buster Sword.
Of course he does.
Yep.
Of course.
And he's holding like a strange, like multi-pronged Numenera device, and he steps forwards to where the platform reaches this massive construction in the middle, and he just slots this Numenera device in, and all of you feel this blast of like psychic energy emanating from this device. Would you all give me an intellect defense roll, please?
Intellect defense is also one of my skills.
Awesome.
I wanted to. Was there no reaction time between him stabbing the thing and the thing?
What did you want to do?
I wanted to use my like hedge magic to like pull it away from him.
Oh, you could give it a try. That would be opposed, so he would be able to sort of try to struggle and hold on.
Yeah.
I think it would be fairly challenging since it's a large thing and he's got it firmly in hand.
Okay. I can do it too for my extra edge.
Okay. So go ahead and
roll.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Aww.
So I'm trying to think. Okay, so you managed to grab it, like with your hedge magic, but he's still holding on and he's still resisting you.
Okay, so it's like.
So he's trying to like push it in, and your hedge magic is sort of holding it back. So you guys have not received psychic blast.
Yeah, I'm just standing there focusing then.
What did the rest of you do?
How far away is he?
He's like 75 feet away, long distance.
So it would take 2 rounds or something for us to get to him.
Yeah.
Break out that needler and start shooting at him. It doesn't matter if I hit him directly, as long as it gets near him, right? Like, if I hit his arm, like, I'm just trying to cause like him to lose focus.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to hit him to do that, but yeah.
Well, you know, I'm unloading in as an unloaded fashion as I can. If the man can just start, I'm gonna do the exact same thing to him.
Awesome. Okay, so give me a speed attack. Okay, you nail him. Your needles fly across the intervening space through a couple of like the pipes and stuff on this device, and nail him straight in the chest. You deal him 2 damage. What else?
I'm still focusing on the cipher that he's got.
Yep. Would I know, Amelia, would you have shared with us if you can blink other people with you when you far step, or is it only you?
I mean, I can do what I'm physically capable of doing.
Yeah, he was going to try to do that with Jesse.
Yeah. So depending on how heavy something is.
Well, could you far step me next to it?
What?
Could you take
I would have
me?
to pick you up and just basically jump over to him. Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah.
Are you a little heavier than Pocket?
I would imagine he's more
Did
like
I-
beefy, muscular.
Yeah, he's probably heavier. He's
Yeah.
probably a
Right.
little muscular.
I'm like a fuck. I can't think of any UFC wrestler. I'm like the Spider Silva, but I'm the tentacle. Bleen.
I mean, I could try. I don't know what sort of restrictions I would have.
Yeah, you just have to make a strength check.
Okay.
Is there anything?
Is that
I
what you
could
want me to do?
So I have surging confidence, Steven. At first recovery action, immediately gives another action.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's only like a recovery action, right? It's not.
Yeah.
I can't make 2 actions in a row.
No, you'd have to spend a recovery action, and then you could take another action. So
Can I use muscles of iron at the same time as making another action?
I'm fairly certain Muscles of Iron takes an action.
It's an enabler except for attacks.
Yeah, so it's just you would have to activate it, and then while it's on, wait a minute.
I think I can.
Muscles of
I think I can use it because it's minus difficulty reduction of 1, and then I can make an attack.
Is that a first tier glaive skill?
I believe so. Yeah.
Muscles of Iron. It
Costs
seems
2
like it's
might.
from the special character
Oh.
book. Let me see that.
I forget. It's been a while.
Character options. I'm curious about this because you may not actually have to activate it. So let's see. Muscles of Iron. 2 might points for the next 10 minutes. Yeah, okay. So you have to activate it, and then so it takes an action to activate, and then for the next 10 minutes you have this reduction in might tasks.
Okay. Well, if he blinks me over there, are you going to count that as an action for me?
Not for you. So you could, while you're flying through the air, use your Muscles of Iron.
And then land and then attack in the same round.
No.
Or, okay. Because all I want to do is get thrown over there, land, attack, all in
Okay.
the same round.
Sounds fine.
So I won't activate anything. I basically just look at Wheat and like cross my arm and tentacle.
You
and
just like do the
and
thing.
I just look at him. I'm just like, throw me.
Yep.
Or do whatever the fuck you're gonna do. Because I don't know what this is like. I've just
All
seen him
right.
do it.
Here's what I would like to do.
Okay.
I would like to take 10 steps back, start running towards Bleen right before I far step, so
Okay.
I can grab him, jump into the air, and right as I'm about to land, I just want to drop him on top of. I see.
Oh man. Okay, so strength check to see if you can carry Bleen. Speed check to see if you can drop Bleen on top of Daisuke.
Is there anything I can do to help him?
I want all 20s. All 20s.
No.
Do it. Do it.
All right, strength check number 1.
I believe.
Yeah!
just
Get that tentacle out of my face.
Yeah.
You just launch yourself through the air effortlessly.
Okay, so now a speed test. So I'm like, I've got like Bleen wrapped up. We're flying through the air.
Mhm.
I'm coming down for my trajectory, and I want to
Yep.
land behind Daisuke and sort of drop
Yep.
Bleen on
Sure.
top.
So speed check.
All right.
Oh.
That's actually good enough.
Oh yes.
Nice.
Oh no, wait, shit. No,
Oh,
sorry, it's not.
All right, XP.
Okay.
I've got 3 XP. I feel confident. Like this has to work. Here we go.
You nail it.
Yes, 9. 9.
Okay, yeah, you drop Bleen on top of Daisuke and you
So,
land on the other side.
as we've
Daisuke drops the device that he's holding and it goes floating across the room over to Amelia. Bleen, you landed right on top of him. You can take your attack.
What week is this? 7?
Why don't we
This is week
him?
9.
We're week 9. Last week was week
As
8.
we've done for 9 weeks, Mike Hager will once again make a reference in RollPlay R&D Numenera. And I used the speed of being thrown across the room from Amelia Braxton and Mike Hager, this guy.
Awesome.
I'm not like trying to like pile drive it through him. It's a clothesline, so it'd be more of like a knocking out maneuver. Rather
Okay,
than
so
like
you're trying to
just
knock
fucking-
him out
Yeah,
instead
like
of...
trying
We
to
need to
drive
know
through the head.
information from this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit. Here we go. 17.
Boom.
Okay, you nail him. How much damage do you deal?
7 for medium weapon damage. And
Okay.
then I don't think I want
I'm
to use
going-
the poison.
Yeah, I'm going to assume you're not using your poison.
Yeah.
Since you're trying
'Cause
to keep
I
him
think
alive.
I would have to like. I have to like penetrate skin for that to actually work.
Yep, exactly. Okay, so he just slams to the floor. He's not unconscious, but he's clearly pretty dazed. You see, now that you've landed, you and Amelia, that there are actually 2 other Daisuke bodies nearby. One of them looks like the original Daisuke that you met, and the other one has an eye in the middle of its forehead, and they're both unconscious, lying on the ground nearby.
Can I? The device dropped by me,
no.
right?
So hang on. I think we've actually come back around as far as
Still-
initiative, quote unquote,
Yeah,
goes.
still hold it.
Okay.
I'm still.
Oh yeah, doesn't a 17 give +1 damage?
Yes, you're right.
8 damage.
Awesome. So he's even closer to being unconscious, but not quite yet.
But he's no longer focusing on that device.
No, that device is flying through the air towards you.
Okay. So okay. Whenever it gets to me, I'd like to scan it.
Okay, so let's see. I think it was Daisuke, and then I think it was AAA, and then it was Pocket, and then Amelia and Bleen. That's how we're going to run it.
Okay.
Since we didn't roll for initiative, you guys just acted, so we'll keep that action order. So Daisuke, he shouts, "No!" And then he sort of surges upwards, launching himself back to his feet and making a strike at you with this Buster Sword by drawing it straight off his back, Bleen. So he makes a heavy attack. So make a speed defense roll.
14.
Okay. This sword is super heavy. You can tell that if it hit you, it would deal a lot of damage, but it's also really slow.
Yeah.
So he swings down, clanging this sword against the metal floorboards beneath you as you deftly dodge straight out of the way. No sweat. AAA, it's your turn. So you grab this device as it lands in your hand from your hedge magic. What did you want to do?
I want to scan it.
Okay, you scan it. It appears to be based on Mentat technology. It's like some kind of a capacitor that would rewire the device in the center of the room to enable a hive mind sort of communication through the relays that have been built in the center of the room.
So you basically wanted to take over their minds, kind of thing going on. All right.
We could probably question him and find the answer for ourselves so we weren't trying to kill him.
We're not trying to kill him.
I put it in my pocket, and I guess I just start
Stupid dream pocket.
looking at the area where the panels are, and seeing if there's a way that I can get it on there.
You don't have any like jumping or teleporting or anything like that, do you?
Just mind powers.
Yeah. Chomper did teleport with you.
Okay.
So would you like to like have had Chomper running over to the other side of the room?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
don't
I
know
feel
if I'll
like
attack because we're not trying to kill him.
yeah, at the end of this round, he will reach their location.
Okay.
Yeah. So good. Pocket, it's your turn.
I
you're
assume
still-
I'm still up in
Yeah,
the
you're still
scaffolding.
over by AAA.
I want to go down and try to secure, like to help Bleen and them and try to secure this guy.
Okay. So you're just gonna like go try to restrain him or something?
Well, I mean, how long will it take me to get to him? Can I do it in one turn? I don't know.
Oh no,
distance-wise.
because you're on the other side. So it's
Yeah.
actually gonna take you two turns of movement to move all the way around.
I'm going to. He's still up in the air, yeah. Like he's up high now, yeah.
Well, everybody is on this same scaffold, so everybody's on the same level.
But okay, but he's standing up now. He got back
Yes.
up and he has his sword. I'm gonna make my way towards him, but I'm gonna fire off the needler again to try and distract him.
Awesome.
Even though it won't do much damage, it's still something. Am I rolling for that damage, or what am
You
I?
are. Well, you're rolling for the attack.
Ah!
5. Okay, so you fire off a couple needles. They miss him completely.
All right.
So yeah, Amelia, your turn. You're right over behind Daisuke.
Yep. Well, I mean, I know Pocket doesn't want to kill him and everything, but in all of my travels, I've only learned one thing from the Great Pocket, and that is, you know, when all else fails, just kill the motherfucker. So I am going to. He's like, I'm facing his back, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to use my poison barb cipher.
Oh man.
Wow.